He's not the biggest one in the world, but he is pointing out something new I wanted to show you. I wanted to talk a little bit about this jig. Look at how big that jig looks. Now the interesting part about this jig is it's not a super heavy jig. Let me throw this little guy back and let me tell you about it. So this is a different kind of jig. This is called a bait delivery system jig. This is built out of a composite material called tundra. It's not quite as heavy as lead, and the cool thing about tundra is that it comes in different densities. So for example, on this particular jig here, the bottom of it, the ballasted part of it, is made of a heavier density than the top. And what happens there is that when this jig falls through the water, it stays much more vertical and much more in position for when that fish bites the hook. It makes it look bigger, but not heavier. Oftentimes, especially if you're going for big fish, you want a bigger sight profile, but you don't want a heavier jig. Heavier jigs with walleyes aren't good because walleyes suck the bait into their mouth. So a bigger profile is good, but keeping the weight down, and that's what this bait delivery system jig does. Now the other cool thing they put on this jig is what they're calling a Gulp Keeper back here. And what it is a series of ripples made again of that same tundra material. And the beauty of this is this keeper, better than any other keeper I've seen on any other jig, for the tails back here, but it'll also work great on any kind of soft plastic that you might want to use. So the bait delivery system jig has a lot of cool features in it. I'm just starting to play with this thing, but I tell you what, first impression, I'm really impressed.